What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another challenge for BTD6. We got a new tower, which means a new run of 2 Mega Pops and beating chimps with just it, and that tower is the Desperado. For this one, we're taking up the hero Gwendolyn because there is a lead popping problem with it again. I know I'm a little bit late on this. I wanted to wait and make sure there were no bugs problems that needed fixed, which thankfully I did because they fixed the problem with the Blazing Sun upgrade not having the right attack speed. But overall, what are my thoughts on this tower? I honestly think this tower is pretty good. It's got a very rough early game, but the bottom path and the middle path are exceptional, and I love the middle path's ability to grant camo as well as just the ability to hit everything for all towers. It's very good, and we'll get into the strategy the further we go. We got a round 10 Gwen, which is probably the best that we could hope for right now. So now we're getting our third Desperado, which has to be placed super far away from everything, which is kind of unfortunate because that's the biggest issue I have with the bottom path, is the one upgrade that gives it attack speed to not having things in its radius. Makes it super hard to actually use and super hard to try and buff. But overall, I don't know, maybe somebody's done the science and found that buffing it is actually more effective than just letting it rely on its own buff. I'm not honestly too sure on that. I'm sure there's probably a video online that could have cleared that up a little bit better for me before I started this challenge. But overall, it's just not a big thing that I'm a big fan of. It's kind of sad because it is an incredibly powerful tier 5. The rounds leading up to round 40 were pretty chill, and as you can see, round 40, not a problem at all. My big plan right now is I'm saving up to get the Blazing Sun because it's a pretty decent mid-game carry and can help me get a lot of extra cash on hand. I want to go for Golden Justice after that, and then maybe hit the Desert Phantom at the end. And then from there, just going to be spamming a couple decent tier 4s around to try and maximize as much DPS as we can get. Ultimately, there's not too much that needs to be done with this run. It's not as bad as some of the other challenges I've had to do in the past. And on round 50, we get the Blazing Sun, and combined with Gwendolyn, we don't really have any issues now, because despite the fact that it has a fire DOT that triggers at random, it doesn't actually hit lead, which is weird. So I could totally see a buff in the future where it just gets the ability to hit lead, and maybe one that, I don't know, doubles the amount of fire DOT that it puts out, because it doesn't seem like it puts out quite enough. I know there's supposed to be a mechanic to it where the longer it shoots, the more it'll put out the DOT, but I feel like every shot should probably be putting out this DOT at the bare minimum, because it's just not doing enough to pull its own weight, I guess, is kind of what I'm saying. And as you can see, we're saving up to get the Golden Justice. Putting it on that straight line action right here on Resort is a fantastic shot, because it is an incredibly good tower, which we'll be able to see more of when I do the 2 million pop challenge with it. And here we are on 63, which is no challenge at all with the combination of Gwen and the Bounty Hunter taking care of the leads. It really lets the Blazing Sun just cut through the ceramic waves. Yeah, it's not even anything really worth to say. So from here, like I said, we're just saving up to get to the Golden Justice, and then we'll get the Vengeful Phantom at the very end. From there, the plan is mostly just to spam around a couple pretty powerful tier 4s. So we skipped over round 76 because, as you saw, it was absolutely nothing at all for this tower. And we got the Golden Justice, which is incredible. Once it actually gets a chance to fire, you see the red line right there just wiping out everything. So I wanted to touch up real quick with round 90. As you can see, this isn't a problem. We just decimated the DDTs. However, with the slow fire rate of the Golden Justice, it will become a problem with the more dense rounds like 95 and maybe even 93, which is why I'm so happy we have the ability, because with the ability we can just slap it on Gwendolyn and have her help out. And now we got the Desert Phantom on 92, which is going to make this even better because of its knockback. So here we are on 95, and as you can see, I just bought another Bounty Hunter to try and help get some more DDT damage going on, because while the ability is great for helping with DDTs, it's unfortunately not a permanent ability. It does have some cooldown time, which is unfortunate for stuff like this. But as you can see, with the Blazing Sun and the top path that I just recently bought, we're dealing with the purples real quick, and we've got the DDTs starting to leak through, but with the use of Firestorm, we managed to be able to knock them all out. So here we are in the final stretch of the game, around 98, 99, and 100. And as you can see, we picked up a couple things I thought would be useful. Some more damage, some more lead popping, a bit of knockback. But unfortunately, round 98 is just way too dense for this to happen the first try. I have to be much more careful when I try to micro the abilities, because unfortunately we do die here. And on the second run, we try to micro the abilities a little bit better, utilizing the two range increase abilities, as well as the Deadeye ability, or the Take Aim ability, whichever one it's called. And overall, this whole challenge was not too bad. Like I said, I've done significantly worse challenge runs with this idea. I feel like overall, this is a very solid tower. It's very well done. I just think there's a few small things that might need buffed, a few small things that might need changed. And honestly, it's not too bad. The next video we're going to be doing, though, we'll be doing the 2 Mega Pops with this tower. So, that should be fun. I can't wait to see you guys then.